I need to say something. Listen to me. I hope every one of you behind your screens or in this arena can feel this level of happiness just one time in your life. I hope all of you can feel how happy I am just one time in your life.
In the fast-paced world of mixed martial arts, where legends are forged and controversies ignite fierce debates, one name often finds itself at the center of attention: Israel Adesanya. But has the Last Stylebender gone too far with his latest sparring footage? Let's unravel the controversy. Adesanya, one of the UFC's most recognizable figures, is celebrated for his striking finesse, flamboyant personality, and psychological warfare. However, with fame comes responsibility, and in the eyes of many, his recent actions have crossed an unspoken line. The sparring footage shows Adesanya engaging in a session that some critics have described as unnecessarily aggressive, particularly given the apparent skill disparity between him and his sparring partner. The video quickly went viral, drawing reactions from fans, fighters, and analysts alike. Was this a calculated move to showcase his dominance, or an ill-considered decision that unintentionally cast him in a negative light? Social media became the battleground for opinions, as it often does in controversies of this nature. Platforms like Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube were flooded with comments dissecting every second of the footage. Some fans defended Adesanya, pointing out that sparring is an essential part of training and that intensity levels can vary based on the objectives of the session. Others, however, criticized what they saw as a lack of respect for his sparring partner, emphasizing that the gym is a place for mutual growth, not ego-driven displays of power. This debate isn't just about Adesanya's actions, but also about the broader implications for gym culture and sportsmanship in MMA. The context of sparring in MMA is important to understand. Unlike a professional fight, sparring is meant to be a controlled environment where fighters refine their techniques, experiment with strategies, and prepare for competition. It's a sacred space where trust between training partners is paramount. When that trust is perceived to be broken, it sparks questions about respect and intent. Adesanya's footage, while impressive in its demonstration of his skills, has been criticized for its perceived imbalance in intensity. Was this truly a sparring session, or did it veer into territory better suited for the octagon? Eugene Bearman, Adesanya's longtime coach and the head of City Kickboxing, has come to his fighter's defense. Bearman has argued that sparring can sometimes appear more intense than it actually is, especially when viewed without context. According to him, Adesanya's session was part of a larger training program designed to push him to his limits and refine his techniques. However, even Bearman's explanation has done little to quell the uproar. Critics argue that regardless of intent, the decision to release the footage publicly was ill-advised, exposing not only Adesanya but also his training partner to unnecessary scrutiny. The criticism isn't just coming from fans. Prominent figures in the MMA world have weighed in, offering their perspectives on the incident. This controversy also sheds light on the unique culture of MMA gyms, which often operate as tight-knit communities built on mutual trust and respect. Fighters rely on their training partners to help them prepare for the brutal realities of competition, creating bonds that are integral to their success. However, the gym's closed-door environment has historically allowed for varying interpretations of what constitutes acceptable sparring conduct. For some, intense sessions are a necessary part of sharpening skills, while others believe that sparring should be controlled and respectful at all times. The Adesanya incident raises an important question. As MMA gyms become more transparent and accessible to the public, how can they preserve the sanctity of these relationships while adapting to the demands of modern media? Fighters like Chael Sonnen, who are no strangers to controversy themselves, have highlighted the fine line between intensity and recklessness in sparring. Coaches and gym owners have also spoken up, emphasizing the importance of maintaining a safe and respectful environment during training. This collective response underscores the cultural significance of sparring in MMA and the unspoken rules that govern it. What sets Adesanya's situation apart is his unique position in MMA. As one of the sport's biggest stars, he operates under a microscope where every action is analyzed and debated. His persona, which combines showmanship with an unapologetic attitude, has made him both beloved and polarizing. This duality has amplified the current controversy, with supporters viewing him as a maverick unafraid to push boundaries, while detractors see his actions as a breach of the sport's values. The timing of the footage release also raises questions. Adesanya is known for his strategic use of media to stay relevant and maintain his star power. Whether promoting an upcoming fight, responding to critics, or simply engaging with fans, he understands the power of visibility in today's digital age. But did he miscalculate this time? Some speculate that the footage was intended to showcase his preparation and dedication, but the backlash suggests it may have done more harm than good. Social media's role in amplifying this controversy cannot be overstated. Platforms like Instagram and Twitter provide fighters with a direct line to their audience, but also expose them to instant feedback. For Adesanya, the fallout from the footage serves as a reminder of the double-edged nature of social media. While it can be a powerful tool for building a personal brand, it also leaves little room for mistakes or missteps. The speed at which narratives form and spread online means that a single post can shape public perception in an instant. This controversy also highlights the evolving expectations of MMA fans and the sport itself. As MMA continues to grow in popularity and professionalism, the standards for fighter conduct are shifting. What was once accepted as part of gym culture is now subject to public evaluation. Fans expect transparency but also fairness, creating a delicate balance for fighters navigating the modern landscape of the sport. Adesanya's actions, intentional or not, have reignited the conversation about where that balance lies. Another key aspect of this debate is the ethics of releasing sparring footage in the first place. For many fighters, the gym is a sanctuary where they can hone their skills without fear of judgment. Sharing sparring sessions publicly can disrupt that dynamic, exposing participants to criticism they may not be prepared for. Adesanya's training partner, whose name has been kept out of the spotlight, is an example of this unintended consequence. By sharing the footage, Adesanya has brought attention not just to himself but also to someone who may not have agreed to be part of such a public moment. For young fighters, this incident is a cautionary tale about managing public perception. The pressure to stay relevant on social media can lead to sharing content misaligned with the sport's values. As MMA evolves, fighters must weigh authenticity against global expectations and consider the long-term impact of their choices. Fighters are not just athletes, they are also public figures navigating a complex web of expectations from fans, sponsors, and the media. How they choose to present themselves can have lasting impacts on their careers and the perception of the sport as a whole. As the dust begins to settle, the MMA community is left with more questions than answers. Will this controversy fade into the background, or will it become a defining moment in Adesanya's career? How will it influence the way sparring footage is shared and perceived in the future? And perhaps most importantly, what does it say about the evolving culture of MMA and the expectations placed on its stars? For Adesanya, the road ahead is uncertain. He has built his career on defying expectations and embracing controversy, but this incident may require a different approach. Will he address the backlash directly, as he has with past criticisms, or will he let his performances in the octagon speak for themselves? Whatever the case, one thing is clear. The MMA community will be watching closely. This incident is a reminder of the complexities that come with being a fighter in today's MMA landscape. It's a world where every decision, from the intensity of a sparring session to the choice of a social media post, can have far-reaching consequences. For fans, it's an opportunity to reflect on the values that make MMA unique: respect, camaraderie, and the pursuit of excellence. And for Adesanya, it's a moment to consider how he wants to be remembered not just as a fighter but as a representative of the sport he loves. Israel Adesanya's sparring footage controversy is more than just a viral moment. It's a lens into the challenges of modern MMA and a case study in the intersection of ethics, media, and athletic ambition. The MMO world will continue to debate, analyze, and learn from this incident. And as it does, fans are left with a question. What does this controversy say about the future of the sport? Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more in-depth MMA content.